Hello, I'm on top of the Wrekin today, which is the largest natural landmark in Telford and I think also in all of Shropshire. And on a beautiful day like today, you can see miles and miles around of the most beautiful countryside. You can see as far as Shrewsbury, which is 10 miles away, and on a day like today, you'll get all kinds of people walking up and down to the top of the Wrekin, walking their dogs, keeping fit by running, even cycling on their bikes. And yeah, if you ever get the chance to climb the Wrekin all the way to the top, I would recommend it. It's beautiful, man. Absolutely awesome. There are 2 or 3 folklore tales about how the Wrekin came to exist, and I'd like to share one such story now. It's from the book Shropshire Folk Tales by Amy Douglas, and the story goes like this. Long, long ago, when the earth was new, in the time when animals and humans talked the same language, and giants roamed the land, there were 2 brothers, 2 giants. The giants were looking for somewhere to make a home. They roamed all over the Isle of Britain, until at last they came to the flat plain of Shropshire. They decided to build their home, a great mound of earth where they could see for miles all around them. That's when the work began. The 2 brothers had a spade, just one spade between them, and they started to dig. They took it in turns, one brother using the spade, the other scrabbling with his hands. They worked hard, sweat dripping from their brows. The work was tough for both giants, but harder for the brother digging with his hands than for the brother with a spade. Hot and tired, they began to argue, fighting over whose turn it should be to use the spade. The spadeless giant tried to grab the spade from his brother, and the 2 wrenched it back and forth, each determined to use it. Soon the giants were hitting and kicking, biting and scratching, pulling and tugging. The spade twisted and turned between them, slicing into flesh instead of soil. The giants' angry roars rolled like thunder across Shropshire. The ground shook as they tussled. Up in the sky, a raven was wheeling on the wind. He saw the great giants fighting below, and that the giant with a spade was winning, his brother growing weak. The raven waited for its chance, then dived down. Suddenly the giant's face was full of feathers. A terrible cry rent the air as the raven pecked out the giant's eye. Clutching his face in agony, the giant dropped the spade. One great tear rolled down his cheek and fell to the ground. Quick as lightning, his brother grabbed the spade and hit his sibling over the head. The giant's knees buckled, he swayed from side to side, and like a tree trunk, he slowly toppled, gathering momentum until he hit the ground. The earth shuddered. The giant lay still. The giant's body mingled with the earth that was to be his home. Days turned to weeks, months turned to years, decades turned to centuries. The soil was blown over his body, the grass and flowers took root, and then slowly the trees spread their branches overhead. Beneath the trees came many beasts and rodents, birds and mammals, until the woods were teeming with life, all making their home on the giant's bones. Many people have now forgotten the giant, but if you look at the Wrekin, you can still see the shape of his body lying beneath the earth. On the steep southern side of the Wrekin, looking towards Little Wenlock, is the needle's eye, a cleft in the rock left by the spade during the fight. Lower down the slope is a basin, the raven's bowl, formed from the giant's tear, where there is water to be found, even in the driest summer. Up here it's quite beautiful. Oh, it's very beautiful. I'd say quite easily the most beautiful part of all of Telford. Yes, I would really suggest that if you ever come to Telford for whatever reason, and you've got the time to do it, I would recommend that everyone climbs to the top of Wrekin, and when you do get to the top, just take a moment to take in the beautiful sights around you. You'll get to meet some amazingly nice people on the climb up. Some really friendly, amazing people. They'll gladly say hello to you. You got dog walkers, ramblers, fitness fans running up and down, everyone. Anyway, thank you for your time, everyone. Take care. Goodbye.